Okay, we're live. So hello everyone, happy 12/22. We have an incredible panel today who are going to be part of the live demonstration. My name is Krista. Many of you watching know me as the channel for the High Council of Orion, also psychic reader on galacticfairy.com. And today what we're doing is having a little chit chat and live channel with those who have gone on a mission to Orion, basically on a mental level, open up their imagination for allowing more information, creativity, role-play ideas, channeled messages to come in, and we're just having fun with that experience after everyone has, I assume, has taken the class, and everyone will probably get to ask about 1 to 2 questions today. We have about an hour, and I would just like to ask our lovely panelists to just a brief little something about yourself, why you're here, and who you are.
Okay, Mary, you're first.
Okay, I'll start. My name is Marianne Moore, and I have a YouTube channel called Akashic Inspirations. And what I do is I'm a Akashic Records reader, but I've also been channeling light languages and light messages since probably about right at the end of July when the Lion's Gate opened up, and you know, just those huge energies came in. And so I work very closely with Debbie, who is Glammy Witch. So let her speak for herself.
Hi guys. All right, you guys all know me as Glammy Witch, and I work a lot with Marion from Akashic Inspirations. And I'm here in little old New Mexico, and just excited to be here. So it's a lot of fun. We love doing Google Hangouts. So I'll hand it over to Thomas now.
Hi, I'm Thomas. I live in England. I've been on different spiritual paths for more than 20 years, going from one extreme to another. I, for the last couple of years, I was very attracted to for what we already know as ascension, and it comes in many flavors. I took different classes here and there. All of them contributed to what I'm now. And the last thing which I was very attracted was the mission to Orion. And I've got some very interesting experience. Some of them I posted as a log in the group. And I have even some questions about some of the experience, which I hope I will be able to ask the Orion Council.
Thank you, and I just want to say, I want to tell everyone a little bit about the class first before we start, just for a rundown for those who are just watching this on YouTube. But before I say that, you might see me shifting in my energy. I'm wearing Chris Heath, my friend, gave this to me. It's Danbarite and Tektite, so it's meteorite and then the channeling crystal. And yeah, very, very dizzy when you it just opens you up. I think we're still learning about the crystalline technologies, so I'm wearing that, and also have a Moldavite next to me, about 10 pieces here, and I'm sitting next to the Gamatron rock key, which is photonized crystal sand. I do not hold crystals when I do readings, but I will wear them around my neck. I learned under UK psychics. I studied with English psychics not to do predictions and also not to hold crystals during readings. So those are just my policies, but of course I try to do egoless channeling, so it's basically egoless information. Skeptics say that this comes from somewhere, you know, deep in the subconscious. It's just a part of you when you channel. But I've noticed that people prefer egoless messages of love that are uplifting and helpful. So I always request a most benevolent outcome for these channeled messages, and that the information be for the highest good of everybody here. With this class, we're on to, this is video number 5, and I must say I had no idea what this class was going to be about. I just prayed and ask for guidance on what I needed to do. And my ego tells me, you know, this is crazy. You know, how are you going to go in your light body to a star system? That makes no sense. And I realized that it wasn't just about your imagination. It wasn't just about being creative in a virtual reality game. This was really deep work that a lot of people did in what we might call activations of some kind, because a lot of us are getting more sensitive in our downloads, or our knowledge is increasing to a level where we are just connected to this unity consciousness that everyone wants to bring in. It's this all-encompassing love energy that's pure service. And we had some interesting beings come in with the class. We had different languages come in. People were writing on the Facebook group about the divine feminine that came in, about their spacesuits, and you know, science is now slowly accepting the fact, or coming out with the fact, that there is unity consciousness. Astronauts been talking about that, and there is technology now that does such incredible healing that you would call it almost alien or from the future. And I believe that we're just tapping into the timeless part of ourselves, which Orion Council calls the no time. And it's the all-seeing eye, the pineal gland, the eye of Ra, of Horus, so on and so on. I could go on forever. But I really want to get started. So do any of you have any comments before we start the channel about what you have been going through lately, or anything that is burning off the top of your crown chakra?
Go ahead, Thomas.
I joined a class last night, and it was transmission from Archangel Michael. If you know the website, Expect Wonderful, and that was a really amazing experience. And the way I see things, it's like a constant expansion, and having all different symptoms at the same time, but gradually they're going away. And it seems there some really big shift and big opening happens. And I'm even struggling to put it in words. Maybe there's still no word which explain that or still exist, but I'm sure they will come. I feel I'm very glad I took this class, and I can say it has definitely helped me a lot to discover more of myself, and to find out how fun is to chat with the High Council of Orion.
Well, they're already here, and Marion asked me to kind of explain this briefly before we start. Thomas has also been giving a great feedback on what his experience is of them. It's very helpful. And I just want to say physically what happens, because I know a lot of people are interested in trance channeling in general. So what happens is there's a surge of energy that is felt through the spine. I've done Kundalini yoga, which works with the spinal column, and I get pressures around the back of my neck here. A lady has scanned me for implants with a regular metal detector, and it was going off the charts right in the back. I have no metal in my body. Also, I start to nod back and forth. When I started, it was similar to Esther Hicks in that I talked in a different accent. It sounded somewhat Slavic and then British, and sometimes it sounded, okay, I can't even say, it's not important. I get laughter sometimes depending on the energy current. So the laughter is just showing that I'm going up in vibration. I'm happy. I like to say a prayer before. I say Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sabaoth. That's a power mantra for me. Yeah, and because when I didn't, one time I channeled without that, actually live on a friend's YouTube channel, and I had a jumper energy come in. I was just talking light language, and that's when well, basically, if you don't have full willpower, then you can allow almost anything to come in. So I have to maintain a willpower of delivering a conscious, helpful, loving message. If I don't, it's like anything can come in, and a lot of beginner channels have struggled with that. So hopefully it can help more people in the future with that. But basically, it's Orion Council manages the transmission. They're my main connection. And they have been bringing in another energy called the Horus Collective. They didn't say Het Heru, so sorry for the Kemetic folks. They said Horus. I don't know why, but Orion Council will bring in another collective or energy if it is meant to be for whoever is the questions being answered for. So everyone here in the panel is very important because you're bringing in your streams and bringing more energy to the channel, so it's more powerful to do this in groups. And I think that's all I can say for now, unless anyone else has something to add.
Yep.
I'd like to also ask that, well, Thomas is going to start the channel with his question. While I go in the channel, I'll be relaxing. They'll do a little introduction. Thomas will ask a question. And next we'll go to Marianne, and then we'll go to Deborah. So if you're not having a question answered, please could you just mute your microphone for when it's not your turn. That would actually help the listeners on YouTube. Okay. And yeah, so I feel it's about 45 minutes. I also forgot something very important, which is I need to have a glass of water. So I don't know if you all have a glass of water, but I need to go get one right now.
Sounds
so
good.
I'm gonna yeah, everyone, yeah, relax, get your water. So in 2 minutes we'll start. I really need that water. Okay, great. Everyone's set up. I just want to give a quick channeling tip, which I got from my friend Deborah Thunderbeat, who does all kinds of sacred music journeys and DNA activations. Anyway, vitamin B sublingual Ultra B12 has helped me because I noticed that we burn a lot of minerals doing all kinds of psychic work, intuitive work, and you can only imagine people who are in creative jobs who do, let's say, copywriting or create musical jingles. I think that people need this. And okay, I need to start because they're excited. They're ready to come in. Are you ready, Thomas?
Yes.
Deborah's excited. Okay. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's relax and have fun. Oh, get comfortable. Comfort's the main thing. I don't like having medals on me. Earrings, I take them off. I have to... Okay. Alright. Alright, Space Commanders. Taking off. And if you, for everyone else, if you are caught up, don't know your question, please just say next person, and we'll keep going. When they finish the channel, they'll say we are complete. Thank you. So it is. So if you must prolong, if you have to ask a burning question, please do. But they will say we are complete. Okay. Oh, so it is. Orion Council here. We have to tell you that it is a beautiful energy here. There was a shifting on your planet Earth today. We said that today would be a great opportunity because a lot of beings want to enter through this, how would you call it, in the center of your Earth. You have many gateways. We would just want to tell you that little bit because many of you are feeling the central energies of your planet, and this is a gateway for many beings to enter. We have a rest assured, we have many beings around watching the transmission around Council here. Many of you, as a part of her mission, as she called it, we feel this was the most creative experience. It was a, let us say, it felt very light. Thank you. So it is. Okay, we're ready for your first question. Thank you.
I would like to thank you first for the answers I received on the last transmission, and something which I realized that the most important thing in the whole universe is about creation, and that to me that is a great answer because it makes everything very simple. So if it helps to be more creative, it's something to go. But my question is about the download which I received during the 4th session from the Elohim. It was in one part. I start watching in one point, and I received a massive amount of compressed images and packages of light, which I can't access at the moment. And the
Yes.
question is, what was this? How I can access, and how I can access the 9-dimensional images you sent me last time?
One moment, please. Hold on. She is not relaxing. We have to make her relax. Hold on, please. Okay, she has very much excitement because there's terminology that you are referring to as the Galactic Center. Many of you say that is, I am the Galactic Center. What part of myself holds these images? However, we want you to know that when you are requesting for image retrieval, we have said this before, when you are asking for image retrieval, you are simply asking for your own clairvoyance. You are asking for, let us say, access accessibility to potential visions and visions you already hold within your contract. So we have said this before, but we sense that you have many questions, and we feel that we would address the first. When one human is excited for a creation, you could say it is like a wheel that begins to spin faster and faster, and you would say, well, Orion Council, why does the wheel spin faster? Because slower is not worse, faster is not better. What does it matter if a wheel spins faster? And we say, some of you enjoy the velocity, a certain velocity, and we'd say some of your creations happen at a certain velocity, and you say, okay, that is quite confusing because we understand that there are certain vibrations to certain people and foods and elements and so on. So what is the value in choosing a higher velocity? And we say, as you are asking these questions for yourselves, as you are asking for greater knowledge, as you are asking for understanding of, let us say, visual input from one of the neurological connections you have made because of the excitement, you are beginning to recognize that certain, let's say, certain adjustments have come in before you have taken that skill into consideration. Let us explain. One, you are making a new connection in the mind. It is quite exhilarating, is it not? When you try a new flavor that you have not tried before, it is quite an experience. We want you to know we are receiving lots of knowledge because many of you have, let us say, contacts, not with Orion Council, but you have other contacts which we feel are quite interesting, and we are sensing these, let us say, contacts that you have with non-physical beings, and we are sensing these connections. So let us answer the question. When you are wanting to see with what you call the mind's eye, when you are wanting to see with the mind's eye, there is a new synaptic structure that comes into play. This is the acceleration. This is the acceleration. When you are adjusting to a new frequency, it is always a feeling of, well, I have left something behind now and I need to experience something new, and I had to say goodbye to what I was vibrating with, and that is the sadness that comes in, and we say, oh, this is so very important that you understand that you are not leaving another creation behind when you begin to feel that a massive juggling act needs to take place because you are focusing on past and future potential. And many of you feel that you must let go of the past one before you can experience the future one, and you are in a state of flux. And we say, if you believe that you can receive information and inspiration from both the past experience and the potential future one, you would have ultimately more energy to have these visions. And many of you are, let us say, so strict and say to yourselves, well, I must have the vision perfectly. I must see all parts of my psychic vision in order to help others. And I must. And we say, forget that I must do this, forget that I must do that, and recognize that the vision is still existing. And you'd say, well, Orion Council, did the vision exist without my intention for it? And am I not a creator creating a new one? And we say, oh, here we go again with the I must. And we say, if you want to understand how you create inner visions, you have to begin to focus on letting go of needing to be in past and future. And many of you say, that was the most obvious answer ever, but I did not think of it before. So when you are focusing on potential future visions, know that it already existed before you had seen it. Know that when you are focusing on potential future visions, that yes, you are changing that vision. And when you begin to understand that there is no need for discomfort in seeing these visions, that is simply an experience and a new synaptic structure being formed, you would experience ultimately a faster wheel spinning. there's a lot to say about these mechanics, and we feel that at the moment there are many other questions that want to be asked. However, we feel that this will inspire you for your next question. So thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I have to say this is a very amazing experience, and my crown chakras, which is what I use to access the Akashics, is like buzzing. I had kind of mentally asked the Orion Council if the Arcturian Council that I've been working with is present, and you answered that right away in saying that by their acknowledging that many of the groups are here. So thank you. I appreciate that, council members. My question is this. For those of us who are relatively new in our awareness of channeling and speaking of light languages, what advice could you give us so that we could better understand these messages and these teachings that are coming to us, and how we can better apply them? We're seeing some of us may be struggling a little bit with like learning a new language, basically, and not understanding it, not having the key to understand this. So perhaps you can, just give us some guidance.
Yes, we have to take a moment. Thank you. Hold on, please. Hold on, please. Thank you. Hold on, please. Thank you. There was very much energetics with your question, so we had to reflect because channel must adjust to new frequency. When you ask these questions, Orion Council begins to have an exchange of energy, and you are also focusing on who you are. We enjoyed this process because when the human knows who they are, they will shift. Okay, so let us answer the question more importantly. How can I assist all that is? We enjoy saying this question in a new terminology. How can I assist all that is? Because I love all that is. What is channeling, and how is it possible that I assist all that is when I have this experience? Why is this experience coming into my reality program? Why did I choose it, and what is the potential vision for the future? So many energies exist in creation. So many colors exist in one spectrum of light. There are many notes in one song. We enjoy telling you this because you all understand these concepts.
Yes.
There are concepts that exist in levels of creation. In your level of creation, you have concepts of, let us say, wanting to heal. You have concepts of focusing on dilemma, imbalance. I'm not in balance. I'm not balanced. Concept of not being in balance. My left shoulder is awkward and my right shoulder is heavy. Imbalance, imbalance. We must explain to you a few concepts before we answer the question. So, here's another concept. I am expanding. I am expanding, and this is creating music as I am expanding. The frequency and the velocity of the movement is creating music. What is this concept? I have several concepts in one creation here. I am experiencing many layers of myself as I am focusing on this concept here. So, as we have given you several concepts, we have shown you that one concept has many layers. And we say, perceive your level of existence as many layers of concepts, many, how can we say it in a term that would help the mind have a vision. Let us show you several planks, and they are like stairs. And if you had, let us say, a toy collection on every layer of the stairs, you would organize the toys according to color, size, year that it was made, and so on and so on. And many of you are human beings operating with many stairways in one focused concept of humanity. What is a humanity? Now let us explain why Orion Council is having this exchange with many beings. Orion Council enjoys understanding your concepts and how you reflect on yourself. Orion Council enjoys suggesting new concepts. Orion Council enjoys the exchange and the possible future visions between having a concept and giving one and understanding one, and so on and so on and so on and so on. And we say that continuity is the evolution that that word that many of you enjoy debating about, evolution. In order to be of assistance to all that is, all stairwells, all toy collections, and so on, understand that you are operating in concepts. And when you are assisting another being, understand that they are operating with a certain, let us say, vibration, and those are simply concepts. There are many layers to them, and you are also operating with your own layers. And we say this is a beautiful harmony that happens. Sometimes you'd say, well, the harmony is not so wonderful with certain beings, but the harmony is very beautiful with others. And we say that is also a concept. So while you begin to understand that all are concepts, and you are also asking yourself to be of service to the concepts of others while having your own concepts, the game gets very interesting. As you say, the game. When you are asking yourself to be of service to another being's concepts, you must have an interaction, and you must have had a conscious intention before you had the interaction. And many of you are simply feeling the vibrations of these intentions, and many of you are simply asking that there be a wonderful exchange of beautiful harmony. And we say focus on the harmony. Yes, focus on the beauty of the song, focus on the positive intention, or the intention to simply share concepts, focus on all that is concepts, and focus on the fact that you can choose to avoid all of this and simply be yourself, and simply allow yourself to focus, like Orion Council is, on all of the energetics in the room and have a wonderful time. And we say it is not so difficult to be a human, because you have opportunities left and right. You have opportunities in front of you and behind you. There are many potential visions that you create when you interact with one another, and we say that is the beauty. And we say if you have concepts of beauty, if you have concepts of agreement, harmonious agreements that want to, let's say, that want to be expressed, and you are both wanting to express with one another, we say that was the service, when you are both expressing yourself in the ways that you both wanted to together. That was a beautiful creation, and it created beautiful harmony, and it created new concepts in all that is. And all that is expanded upon itself and created new concepts upon itself, so that there could be another interaction. And we say continuity, we say creating of concepts, we say harmonious agreements, and we say creating beautiful harmonies. If you could focus on these ways, you would be of great service. Thank you.
Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. As you know, we are ready for your next question.
Okay, hold on. Okay, great. Oh, well, that was really awesome. And my question is about the, you mentioned earlier about the Horus Collective. And I've gotten messages about this Horus Collective, and I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about it, and what is my connection, or what is our connection to this Horus Collective?
Yes, we want to answer your question. Hold on, please. We feel that it would be better answered by the collective known as Horus, but it is simply a concept, so one moment, please. We want to introduce you to many beings known as Horus Collective. Thank you. We have taken a moment to adjust the streaming, as you call it. Many of us here as one. So many of us here. So many of us as one. There was old energy we connect with, old frequency. As we have said before, we have waited for 4 years for her to channel our collective. So long we have waited. 4 years. Channel is ready for Horus Collective. We want you to ask us several questions, but we feel we want you to know who we are. We have to focus first. Hold on, please. So, as you have asked for Horus Collective, is we have been watching, as many other groups have been watching, day one of this year was an important day on your planet, almost 1 year ago. Day one on your planet Earth this year. Several of you joined this layer that wants to be brought into Earth. There is a new layer of concepts which were so beautifully described by Orion Council. New layer of concepts and realities and so on and so on and so on. So many of you have been bringing in the new layer. Some of you are asking, oh, is it 5D? What is that? Is it the concept of new Earth? Am I in Terra dimension? Am I ascended already? All of these questions, we enjoy it because as you ask, you are asking yourselves, who am I? Who am I? So we have several answers for you, but we feel you might have a specific question because you know Horus Collective will answer your question. Thank you.
Yeah, just basically, I feel like I have a connection to the Horus Collective, Marion and I, a deep connection with the Great Pyramid, and, you know, just wondering if you could shed any light on that.
Yes, okay, so it is a good question about the pyramids. We enjoyed the pyramids, as you know. So we have to work with the knowledge database of the channel, which we say could use a bit of improvement. However, we mean this in the most loving way possible. Horus Collective here. So you ask about your connection to the collective energetics of Horus Collective, as well as pyramidal structures. Why was the pyramid here? What will they do? Will they change? And who will come to assist us when the pyramids change? we have to tell you that the pyramids are constantly changing. They have sensory programs which are monitoring the earth plates, tectonic plates. We have tried to discuss this with our channel, but she was not ready for the information. We tell this for you all must know this knowledge. The pyramids have a sensory system for monitoring tectonic plate movement, and you say, okay, now Horus Collective, you can make this planet better. We cannot, because we have to work on the new layer that is coming into your planet, and we also must tell you all that you must begin to remember these timelines, as you call them. Many of you was working with these pyramids, and we say you are beginning to remember, but let us say the masses on your planet are still focused on, let us say, different concepts. Many on your planet say, well, those are quite nice structures, and I would like to climb it, and I think I will go home now. And this is the mentality, and we say we have to send these people a message, and that is the pyramids are not for climbing. The pyramids are for monitoring. The pyramids are seeing what you are thinking. Many of you as humans want to know all the answers right away. You must understand, when you are given a new information, it changes the reality program, and it affects many people. And some of you here today who are enjoying the energies of Horus Collective and Orion Council are shifting many, let us say, reality programs for many other beings. And we say many beings are not aware that they are changing reality constantly. Many simply want to focus on the let us say, the program that they have been focusing on for the past 25 years. And we say that is all right. They do not have to shift the program, but we want you all to understand that the Earth is getting a new layer. Most important. So you are asking a personal question for yourself. Why am I attractive, and why is this energy attractive to me? There was a, let us say, symbiotic relationship between yourself and collective of Horus, because you have worked with the consciousness known as Horus eons ago. Is Sunny, although they have not come in for channeling, are also sending knowledge to all that are watching. Horus Collective is a very old group. We have sent much knowledge for how do you say, for adjustment in the this central nervous system, and we work on this planets of planets. We travel to different planets. We have to tell you one more thing first. Hold on, please. We have to tell you about the pyramids. It is important. Walking into a pyramid signifies a shifting in the nervous system. As you walk into the pyramid, one of the greater ones, they exist all over your planet. We have not simply worked on the Giza pyramid. We have been to many other pyramids. When you walk into the pyramid, it adjusts the nervous system. Now you wonder why. Well, if the pyramid is located on the grid line of your Earth, and you are an antenna of the grid line, wouldn't you feel a shifting as well if you were in a space that was amplifying the electrics of your Earth? Would you not feel the shifting? Friend, how are you? Are you sensing that Horus Collective is very much interested in these pyramidal structures?
Yes.
Yes, so we want you to ask us another question about the pyramids or Horus Collective, because we feel you have to ask us a certain question now. Thank you.
Can I ask it?
Thank you.
We're working with the other temples that have been built, like you say, other pyramids. It's and as you say, working in layers. it's not that we are starting over, but as we go to each pyramid, we have to create the base of the foundation, working in 2s, working in 3s, working in 4s, working 6s, 12s, so on. Could you give me a little more, or give us a little more expansion as to, as we work in different sites and work with those energies and pull in group energies to work with us there, what are we creating a new grid? What are we creating, this new layer of the earth? Is that what we're doing?
Yes, you are creating the new grid. Hold on, let us explain one important fact. When you are working with the group, we would suggest that every member of the group focus on a specific dimension. And we say simply the intention of working on one dimension would create, let us say, somewhat of a powerful experience, because it is somewhat of taking a responsibility. It is saying, well, you play the percussions and I will sing. It is like this. And we say, when every member of a group understands the task and has a specific focus in the center of the group, we say it is most powerful when you are all focusing in the center and you are all equidistant from one another. We say that is a powerful sacred formation inside of a pyramid or outside of it. As you have asked us about the bases, we sense that there are different, your terminology implies the base of a pyramid, the geometry of a pyramid implies a certain location where humans tend to cohabitate together, and also you are also implying a foundation concept of a foundation. So when you are implying about the concept of a foundation of energetics, we say that what create with this, our channel has not the mathematics to explain it, but simplified, when you are focusing on the base of a pyramid, all must have a focused intent of, let us say, energizing the pyramid to its original purpose. And many beings would disagree with the Horus Collective because Horus Collective has had their own intent with how to work with the pyramid. And you would say, well, the other collective wants to do a different focus. And we say Horus Collective have their own focus for what it should be used for. And we say when you have an original purpose, when it was used a long time ago for a certain specific use, it was a powerful pyramid. We say you could create a new program, or you could, let us say, you could bring in the old program and add it to the new program. You must all come to terms with one another on what the intent is, and we feel that your group has had very specific instructions coming from many groups of consciousness. Many of you have worked with 12 different layers in one group, 12 different layers in one group. And so we have to tell you, as you are sensing and seeing with your mind the visual, in a state of happiness, all are fed and all are not thirsty, you are creating a very powerful base. We feel that you have much more to ask, but we feel that it must be equally distributed, and so we will continue with the next questioner if this questioner wants to discuss these things with our Horus Collective. Thank you.
Ra, it's your turn.
No big question in general. The only question I would ask is how do the three gates with the Sphinx connect the gates in the 3 dimensions? How would they explain it, how they interact in a triangle?
Thank you for asking this question, friend. All of us want to hear this. We understand, our channel must understand the question and is asking us to give knowledge about the triality involved with the gateway of what you refer to as the Sphinx. In the past, this has had many different names, but most of you understand this concept. The gateways that many of you are interested in entering is located behind, one moment please. There was 2 gateways underneath the structure. two gateways. In the front and the back are different gateways. One of the gateways in the center as well, third gateway. 3 gates in one structure. We are discussing certain gates. Souls come in through the front. When you are entering the center, you bring in planetary energy from galactic center, from crystal core, through crystal core in your earth, through center of this structure. Some of you are wondering, where do I enter so I can travel to other planets? There would be a good day for this information to come in, but it is not today. The back entrance is where many of you had ceremonies in the past. The back is what you would say in the rear of the structure. There is a site for sacred ceremonies, as you call them. Now we are shifting. Hold on, please. So also we have Elohim energetic wanting to enter. Hold on, please. Some of this, hold on, we have to ask for Orion Council because they must be involved in the transmission. Hold on, please. Orion Council here, one moment. We have somewhat entered this collective consciousness stream. Elohim energy is simply groupings of creative forces. We want to assist you all, and we have created somewhat of a Triality program. Hold on, please. We have much information. Okay, hold on, please. Is Asani also sending in knowledge databases, because you have all asked for several concepts entering stream? Hold on, please. Okay, Orion Council here. As you know, there are many interested in having this experience because you have all brought in much light today. We have to say, take a minute first. Hold on. It is important that you relax. Okay, Orion Council here. We have quite an interesting questioner. We want you to please introduce yourself as you have come in for discussions. It is important for the people involved in this class. Thank you.
I am called Rakis. I am from the Netherlands, and I'm 30 years old. That would be the short version.
Yes, we have sent you somewhat of a description in your mind. We have sent you a description of who you are, but we feel that you have a central sun frequency as you have entered into our conscious reality. We are grateful for you because we feel the love from home. So much love. Now, Orion Council here. Central sun frequency is working with them at the moment. Okay, so you have to ask one more question because it is important one. Thank you.
Well, the only one I would have in mind is, how does the Lion Grid interact with the Giza portal? Giza, Seku, Sphinx.
Hold on, please. Horus Collective want to answer that question. Hold on, please. Thank you very much. Since we are here, there was a big field that expanded about a minute ago. Such a great light. Thank you for shining it brightly. We will talk about gateways. We will talk about sun. We will talk about structures upon your plateau. Summary is that inside this structure was a very important storage area inside the structure, because you have to recognize information is placed in physical objects. When you ask for knowledge about these gates, some gates exist off planet, some gates exist upon your Earth, some gates are multi-dimensional gates, some gates have many doorways, some gates have one doorway, 2 gates inside of the structure. The location of these gates is inside of the structure. You enter through portals inside of this structure. Walking into it would be as if you were sensing part of yourself that have not existed on this planet. Central sun energetics exist within all humans, but walking in between dimensions means that you have central focus in central sun. Always in this galaxy, to travel between dimensions, you must originate from central sun. That is the law. That is the law. When you have streamed central sun frequency, you can walk in between dimensions. What would be the value in that? Many who have first begun listening to Horus Collective, including the channel, have to understand. Some of you are not supposed to walk between dimensions. Some of you are not supposed to go inside of these structures. Some of you are not supposed to expand in a contract as quickly as you are, because walking in between dimensions means you have other missions in other places. Some of you have already completed your missions here and so can travel between dimensions, off planets, so on. Many of you do this all the time. It is impressive to Orion Council. Horus Collective here. Now, for those of you who must finish your missions, focus on your mission. It is not so important that you walk between the dimensions at this very moment, because the mission was a contract. This is why many of you are asking, how can I be of service? This means you are in your mission. Many who are not asking, how can I be of service, are not yet asking to see a greater perspective. Many of you have begun seeing the greater perspective without knowing your missions, and that are involved in your missions already. Wonderful. We say, continue working, continue expanding, continue sensing who you are. Ask questions of yourself. Your mission is to ask questions of yourself. Your mission is to simply enjoy the wonders of your Earth planet. Some of you have very specific questions for us, as such as, well, what technology would be the highest probable outcome for my lifetime, because I sense that children are hungry on this planet, and I'm also sensing that the plant life needs a better probiotic solution for the topsoil. And we say, as you ask these questions, you must also recognize that when you have completed a mission, you will sense that a feeling what we call timelessness. After you've completed an important mission, you will be sensing timelessness. You will be sensing that all options are available. You will also be sensing that you are not quite yourself. You are sensing that my body is not quite my own. You are also sensing that you might need to simply ground yourself and meditate and empty the conscious vessel of all concepts. We say that is a wonderful symptom that you have completed one of your important missions. And now you are wanting to know, well, how many missions do each of us have? And when will it stop? And on what date will I ascend into light body and become one with the collective I once worked with in this time known as the Great Egypt? Many of you want to know, well, I am simply human and I am simply going to plant my seeds in my garden, and I'm going to stay here, and I have no interest in knowing about any dimension whatsoever. And we say, one day, you will all organize your collectives together, and you will become a wonderful beam of light. Now you are saying, okay, now the channel is lost to mind. There was not going to happen a day like this. What are they talking about? And we say, all beings on your planet become light. All beings on your planet are light. We want you to know, hold on please. We want you to know that in becoming light, a pure beam of light, you are simply in a state of connection to central sun frequency, becoming aware of all timelines, having the option to choose in the highest probable future for the evolution of your collectives as one stream, and you are in a state of awareness and unity with all that is, accepting all that is. Many of you say, I've experienced that. We say, some of you have experienced this several times in this life. So what do you do now? The ultimate question for all is, who am I, and what do I want for the greater collective known as God? And when you are asking every moment of your waking life, what does God want, and how can I be of service to all that is, you are perfect. We feel that it has been a wonderful day of questions, and we feel that you have about 10 million of them. So Horus Collective would like to suggest that in your meditations, continue sensing the presence of group collectives. Continue sensing the probable timelines. Remember that the gateways have streams of connectivity, and you can travel upon these streams in light formation. Know that when you do this, you are not so focused on physical body. Know that when you are asking questions of who you are expanding on one layer of concepts. Accept that you are many concepts. Accept that collectives are collectives of collectives of collectives. And it continues, and so it is. Thank you. Orion Council here. As you know, Horus Collective has finished the transmission. We want you to all understand that today was a beautiful energetic exchange, and there was a lot of shifting happening in our channel. Channel is very confused at the moment and want to wonder, why is this day like this? Continue asking questions and know that in one moment you can have all questions answered. But some of you will say, well, I choose to experience a lifetime of questions. And we say, this is beautiful. So it is. Oh. Hey.
That was awesome.
Are you kidding? That was amazing. When the Elohim came in, I thought I was going to die of a hot flash. I was like...
Were you verklempt?
Oh, I was verklempt.
When they said Elohim.
Yeah. When
What's
the Elohim...
That's a new concept.
I don't know, but the energies were so much that I was like sweating. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to pass out. It's too hot. Oh, that was so cool. Thank you. That was so amazing. So much information. Wow. I'm overwhelmed.
In one point, I was mesmerized. I was just staying and listening. It was amazing. I think we definitely received much more than we expected.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're really being mesmerized by yourself, because these answers would not be possible if you were not here, and I would not be able to channel half of those bits and bobs of knowledge if you had not asked them. So you were really retrieving something from yourself, and I was a conduit, and we had a beautiful exchange, and it created like a trinity. So there was more energy generated, so we're all feeling the resonance of that, whatever came up. So personally, I feel wonderful. I feel like they're looking through me at you, and they're just, I feel like there's just, I cannot explain it. I think you all are extremely special, and I have a lot of love in my heart. I'm feeling a little emotional now, so I think we should probably just tell everyone goodbye for now. I'm gonna go cry now. Thank you all so much.
Namaste, Krista. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. We'll be in touch until next time. We'll have briefing number 2. So have a great Sunday.
Have a great week. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Drink water. Drink water. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.